Beko washing machine, making weird grinding or vibrating noise from the filter pump area. Won't start any programs or spin or drain or anything, just sits there and grinds.
Sounds like a bearing. Although it could be the water pump. Water pump is an easy fix. Bearing is not an easy fix. Take the belt off the bottom of the pump, under the machine, and see if it spins freely by turning it with your hand. Or if it seems really stiff. If it looks good, then it's def. Your bearing.
That's the thing, I don't see a belt on the part making the noise. Or even how to remove it. It's in a little plastic case at the front of the machine. But the machine isn't doing anything else. Could it be possible the fault you explained is halting the computer?
The grinding noise sounds like the pump/motor is faulty. I would suggest you replace it.
Just so we're on the right page. http://www.aspairs.co.uk/datastore/product images/849348.jpg. That's where the noise seems to be coming from and the machine does nothing else. What's that in the image?
Okay, that is the drain pump and filter.
WM6133S, model no. Just tried the machine again, grinding stopped, I started a drain cycle, machine did the initial water jet thing in the pre-wash compartment. Now it's just making the draining vibrating noise, but not actually draining. Program isn't going to the next stage either. Sorry for the lack of detail, I'm a Microsoft server engineer, it's a pity they don't teach you about washing machines.
Make sure drain hose is connected and is not popped off. If not, then it's either the drain pump going out or a faulty timer switch.
Okay, the machine sounds flat as if there is no suction, assuming the pump works with a type of vacuum/siphon? Or the pump is running, but with no water inside to drain. As for the timer switch, is that a replaceable part?
Yes, you can get a replacement part for the program timer online. Just type in the model number and part you need.
As I removed the sump hose to check for blockages. Is there an incorrect way to refit it? Also, I can't find a replacement timer anywhere.
Hi, okay, this just sounds like the pump is blocked up. What you need to do is take the pump off and try and clear it from there. Take the plastic trim off at the bottom and you will see 3 screws holding the pump on. Take them off. Then lean the washer backwards against a wall. Then reach under there and unplug the wires to the pump. Then take the sump hose off and the drain hose. Then you can pull the pump out. Then take the filter out and look at the back and you will see the impeller. Check to see if there is anything in there, as I think you will find this is blocked up. Sometimes you need to take the pump off the end to clear it. If you do, then the pump end should twist off. Push the tab in which you will see and twist it off. Once all clear, you need to refit the pump and it should be back to normal from there. Let me know how it goes. Regards.
I will give this a try now. Does the plastic trim just pull off? As I only see one screw on one side. Thanks.
Hi, yes, take that screw out, then use a flat bolted screwdriver and prise the trim off. Usually it's just clipped on. Regards.
Okay, Done as instructed. The filter is as clean as a whistle and the impeller seems to be turning. As I opened the filter cap whilst the washer was on, which is naughty I know, replaced the filter cap, switched onto a drain cycle. It made whirring noises which sounded pretty normal. Then stopped. I then switched to a rinse cycle. It filled the compartment for about 5 seconds, then made the whirring noise again like it was trying to drain. It sounded pretty normal but nothing seemed to be happening. This continued for about 2 minutes. I pressed the power button off. The machine gurgled afterwards. It sounds like it's trying to do something, but can't. Or it sounds confused? I'm not really sure how to describe it anymore.
Hi, okay, so when you start a wash going, is all you hear is the drain pump running all the time? Regards.
Yes, that's correct. Any program, all I hear is the drain pump going now, just the impeller spinning. I checked the impeller again. It's running with considerable pressure as I could feel air when I opened the filter cap. Nothing else, no motor, no water inlet. Lights work and it seems to think it's washing, but doesn't. Best way to describe the noise now is like the fuel pump on a car. P.S. Sorry about the feedback score. I did click positive, but it shows as negative, no idea why.
Hi, okay, what you need to do is take the top off and on the right hand side you will see a small pressure switch with a thin hose going to it. Take this hose off and blow hard down it. Then retry the washer and see what happens from there. But if it still happens, then that pressure switch may be the problem here. As to the feedback, if you meant it to be positive, the mods will change it for me hopefully. Regards.
Hi, I tried blowing down the tube last night actually. As you described, smile didn't solve anything though. I don't suppose there is any way to test the pressure switch apart from that? Also, to clarify, the impeller is the only thing that does anything aside from the lights. If I left it, I'm pretty sure the machine would cycle through the lights to the end light and unlock the door as if it were working fine. Also, yes, I did mean the feedback to be positive. Smile.
Hi, okay, these pressure switch work on resistance rather than switches inside it. Try this and see what happens. Turn washer off, turn dial to 90 degrees, cotton press and hold the start button, keep held and turn the washer on. Keep held in for several seconds, then let go. Now press the start button 4 times and the drum should be turning one way, press again and it will turn the other, press again and it should spin, press again and it should start to fill. If it does, then turn the washer off, then on and let it reset. Then retry the washer and see what happens from there. Regards.
I tried as described several times, but it made no difference to operation, perhaps because the start button is also a pause button? Although, when I switched it back on, the machine sounded normal, just didn't do anything. When the program started, the 90 degrees, water inlet for a few seconds, then the machine made the normal machine/vibrating type sound as it would on any program or when you start any program. But rather than that noise stopping like normal and the machine then proceeding to wash, it didn't. Just carried on and didn't proceed to the next step. These problems are becoming sporadic. I'm assuming the loud vibrating noise you hear on any washing machine is the drainage pump or something?
Hi, yes, the noise you hear will be the pump. Now if all the pump does is run, then it's likely the pressure switch is the problem here, as I have replaced these before for this fault. But the thing that's throwing me is it won't let you into test mode. Even if the switch is faulty, the washer should still let you into test mode. If you cannot do this, then it's usually the control board that causes this. But what you can try first is check the carbon brushes in the motor. As if these are low and worn, they can throw up wired and wonderful faults. They may not be the problem, but just worth checking them first. If the brushes are fine, then it's possibly either a faulty board or the pressure switch here, I'm afraid. Regards.
Hi, I tried another method to try to enter test mode, which I found on some other forum. Turn power off, not mains. Hold down the start/pause button, turn power back on, turn dial to 90-degree wash, keep start/pause button held down for 5 seconds, release start/pause button, turn dial to spin, hold start/pause button for a further 5 seconds, which seemed to do the trick. Smile before I switched the dial to spin. The ready and spin/end LEDs lit solid, along with a flashing start/cancel/pause button. When I switched the dial to spin, the ready and spin LEDs switched off. The start button continued to flash. I had to reset the machine to get any response from it.
Hi, okay, don't know what you have done there, as that's not the test mode. That may be a demo mode or something, but the test mode is what I listed above. I do these all the time, so I know that's how to get it into test mode. If you get into test mode at the start when the wash ready and end light is lit up, press and hold the start button and see if it turns them off. If so, then try and press the start button again to go through the motion. Regards.
Okay, I did the first part of the method you gave me, and for some reason this time it worked. But it goes to the same thing, 2 lights lit with start button flashing. However, pressing it 4 times doesn't make a difference.
Hi, okay, have you checked the carbon brushes in the motor? Regards.
Hi, not yet. Still trying to figure out how. Smile, any tips? Thanks.
Hi, what I do is lean the washer backwards against a wall and look under the washer. There at the back of the motor you will see the brushes. Take them out by undoing the 2 screws and see how long the carbon is on there. Regards.
Exhausted everything myself, called out an engineer, £15 call-out fee. Brushes, motor, element, pressure switch, drainage pump plus motor, inlet solenoids, capacitor/mains filter all fine and tested to be okay, although there was slight cosmetic damage to the capacitor. Not sure why, but the machine wouldn't spin if that was the issue, surely? Washing machine works only on a spin cycle. Every other program it goes into fault mode, letting water in for only 3 seconds, then proceeding to try and drain. He exhausted everything else and narrowed it down to the PCB module. What are your thoughts?
If you have a home improvement or appliance question and want to chat with an expert now, visit JustAnswer.com/YTHI.